It's a 6-acre parcel nestled right at the base of Pritchard Hill on the Silverado Trail side of Napa Valley. And we're just sort of telling our story from this magical piece of property that is so beautifully true Northern California.
Present day, this is Dakota Shy Estate and Winery. However, the property's early roots predate California's statehood.
When you look around, you can see some of the trees and you just know that it's told many stories before Dakota Shy came to. So originally, as far back as we have been able to find some history, it dates back to the Rancho Camus land grant, so 1849. But what was really special about this is the original Silverado Trail actually ran right through here.
Founder Todd Newman grew up in a small North Dakota farming town, but it's here in the Golden State that he's realizing his dreams.
We didn't start with a lot of capital. I moved here 23 years old. I waited tables, I put the tips away. I was fortunate enough to engage and host some farmers locally, and they put me on a vineyard site after 5 years of saving my tip money and scrubbing barrels with Tom, who's my partner and winemaker at Dakota Shy. We bought a couple tons of grapes, and that was the beginning. It started with 117 cases of wine, and the idea was that, look, we can't have a winery. I mean, we don't come from the means in which we could build a winery. We'll run wineries for the folks who have the means to do so. But if we had 50, 100 cases, 20 years of that, that'll be a nice retirement fund of sorts. That's how it really got birthed.
Todd credits his winemaker, Tom Garrett, for producing world-class wines that under-promise and over-deliver.
Our goal has been to work with a wide range of growers so that we can show off the diversity of Napa, show off individual sites. Getting to work directly with growers, vineyard managers, and being outside in the vineyard, that's kind of what is my biggest thrill. Once we get fruit to the winery, just the smells and well, obviously the tastes of fermentation. Each year, harvest is, it's the most exciting time of the year. The ability to create a product, put it into a bottle, and then put it on somebody's table for them to enjoy with friends and family, that's a huge part of the kind of the satisfaction we get from making wine.
Acclaimed for their Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon, Tom took us through some of the finer points of winemaking.
The west side having more classic Cabernet character, a little bit more savory. The east side being richer, jammier flavors. And I love both of those components for individual single vineyard wines, but also to make combinations for like our Napa Cab, which is really a blend of 12 different sites. Once fermentation is complete, the wine goes into barrel, and it spends about 20 months on average in the barrel. So it's a big part of the wine's life. The wines are also picking up a small amount of aroma and flavor from the barrels, as well as some additional tannin from the oak barrels themselves.
So Tom, I've got my wine glass, and we're by the barrels, and you were saying we could do some barrel tasting.
That's right, barrel tasting. This is the thief. So we're gonna steal some wine out of the barrel. This is a 2021 vintage Cabernet Franc, but this is close to being bottled. So at this point, the wine that we're tasting is somewhat representative of what is going to go in a bottle. It's a wine that tastes delicious now. Stick our nose in there and enjoy the aromatics.
Wow. That's a pretty strong flavor that I can smell.
It's lots of berry fruit coming forward.
Yes.
Lots of other interesting things, a little herb and some of the oak characteristic.
Cheers. That's pretty good.
It's a young, powerful wine.
Yes.
Dakota Shy also wants to change the narrative surrounding wine.
People associate wines with a level of wealth at times, I think, and a level of education perhaps. And it's not that. I mean, real winemaking is frankly, it's farming. The dirt makes the wine. We're really just the nurturers, and we bring it into the cellar, and we keep it fed, and we keep it warm, and we give it its ability to do what it does. And great wines can sometimes be made that way. And so for us, it's about farming. It's not about the ultra fancy. I certainly enjoy nice things, and luxury is something I didn't grow up with or really understand, but we always try to talk about here as being the base of humble luxury. Our story is in the bottle, right? We all have these stories to tell. All of our stories are good stories. And I want, and I hope that there are pieces of our story that line up with pieces of your story. And if you pull that cork, that gets you thinking about how this wine lines up with what you're doing. I hope that our wines resonate with people in ways that inspire them and make them happy.